Hi there. I just did a 20-minute reading and I didn't have the sound on. So this is my try too. Apparently that wasn't the right message. So let's try again. I'm using a crystal deck. It's called Crystal Stone Deck. I'm using astrological oracle cards and I'm using messages from the guides. So then I have a mixture of decks here, which we'll get to later. All right, this is for right now, meaning I'm recording August 19th, 2019 at 1:38 p.m. in Connecticut here in the States. And if you are watching this at a later time, it's okay. It's still meant for you. If you're not resonating with it, try to come back. Or try to not focus on the words and focus on the energy, because that may be healing for you. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah. So we got Larimar. It says, slow your roll. What is it? Seafoam toned Larimar is a volcanic blue mineral only found in the Dominican Republic. Its energy is like a spiritual snow cone for the seething and sweltering. Who needs it? The hot-tempered any Aries. Where to put it? When super agitated, stop, drop, hold Larimar in your left hand and commence cooling breathing, i.e. stick out your rolled tongue and slowly inhale and exhale like you're sucking through a straw. When to use it? When you feel like all the world's problems are suddenly just your problem. When anger stands between you and the formation of articulate sentences. Remember, chill is a choice. Ride the cool breeze with Larimar. I probably just attracted this card because I was a little bit pissed off that I recorded my thing without the sound. But it's actually a perfect example of the universe intervening, because that wasn't the right message to upload anyway, I guess. So we have a trine in the planets right now, trine fire signs. We're in Leo season, so Leo sun. Then we have an Aries moon right now, and I believe the Venus is in Sag, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. But anyway, also we have a Mars in Virgo, at least yesterday, and I believe today as well. So you may be feeling like the fire sign energies, which are like intense and passionate and forcing through whatever problems you have, like what am I trying to say? The Virgo in the Mars is going to give that a little bit of a Virgo touch, which is Virgo is very critical. They're excellent, make excellent nurses and actors. They're analyzing the environment and trying to, in some ways, perfect it and perfect their behavior. They can be clean freaks, but that's not straight across the board. Basically, it's that sort of energy of having that criticality is going to temper whatever fire sign energy you're picking up on in these next couple of days that are having to do with like when the moon is in Aries. My grandmother was a moon in Aries in person, and so she was always like a get up and go, impulsive. She had an idea, she was gonna make it happen kind of person. And then that's kind of like the energy you might be picking up on your emotional world, which is the moon. And I believe our emotional world and desires is really what drives all the things we want in life. Is gonna be you're gonna want to like make shit happen like right now. And I feel that some of the things that you're propelling forward using the Aries energy, which is impulsive, it's see a goal, go for it. It's very primal. It's the baby of the sign, so if you think of it that way, it's also they can be amazing channelers. I'm an Aries ascendant because they're just getting information in this raw way, and they can be excellent waiters because they're very immediate. They're very immediate right now people. So I feel that is having to do with work, actually, and propelling yourself. You may be it's also the sign of beginnings, because it's the first sign. So you may be propelling yourself into new work ideas or work situations, because Virgo is a sign of Mars. I mean, a sign of work. So we have a nice little interplay there, because Mars, which is where Virgo is right now, rules Aries. So you can see we have a little bit of a funny dance going on, that our emotional life is being is propelling us forward in our internal world, and then we have the Mars, which is that drive in such a placement that's a little bit Virgos are not like that. They're very, I will write a list of the pros and cons before I do that. They're very, it's an earth sign. They're very like, let's make an informed decision kind of people. So, and then we're in a Leo sun right now. So, so we could think about what that means for our behavior and our priorities for the next month or for the next couple of weeks until we move into Virgo, is thinking about Aries as the child of the signs, and it is the artist. I see it as the most artistic fire sign. They have their internal world that needs to be expressed, so that can create an inferiority complex, which makes them want to be center stage. You can see the sort of polarities that each sign has that often propel them into different situations. So maybe something about your work life, or the things that the work projects that we talked about you're propelling yourself into right now, could have to do with your creativity and your innate sense of inner child. It's the inner child who wants to play and create for the sake of creating. So with that energy, we could have a little fun with the Aries, let's get up and go, and the Virgo Mars of being meticulous. The Leo is going to make that a little bit playful in your approach. It also is a time where you might be wanting to party and celebrate. It's a very celebratory sign. Leos love to have parties. They love to have fun. Just want to briefly make sure I know what's going on with the Sag trine. Sorry about this. Okay. So actually the Virgo was, we're still in the Mars Virgo, sorry. This trine is actually, we have, it's not Sag, I'm glad I checked it, something was telling me that I was off. We have Leo and Venus, and also Leo and Mercury. So Leo and Venus, whatever like amorous love situation you have going on, or your like romantic impulses, go back to that energy of we're just playing and we're seeing what happens. And you might want to go to a party with someone you care about this month, or do something playful and fun with them. Leos they can be a little bit like proud in their love. So think about that, about how you can channel the pride. Think of Leo like the lion of the jungle. It's like the king of the jungle, and it's sort of has this pride to it and this strength. Think of that that archetype in your relationships this month, of at once being the ruler, but at the same time like a playful child, a playful creative child that maybe is honoring their creative gifts in relationships, or Leo's also in Mercury, so this whole vibe can also be carried into how we're communicating with others. Okay, so I'm gonna pull a card from the James Van Praagh guides, and I like these cards because they're super simple and I don't have to elaborate. Don't relinquish your power. And then, actually, I don't want to do this. Let me just do. Don't relinquish your power, and have an attitude of gratitude. So the more we make positive aspect lists, we are in our power when we have gratitude. So in conjunction with the card that we just got about slow your roll, I feel like taking time to slow down and think about being how what we have, when we're coming from a place of gratitude, we're always in our power because we're just creating more abundance in our lives. I want to do these astrological cards. Actually, I can't even talk today. I'm going to read from the book that they have. This is the title if you want to look it up. Because the book has these cute little like fortune cookie almost messages, but I'm also going to interpret what I think because it's a little bit one-dimensional. So win some, lose some. All right, we got Sun and Gemini. For me, I see that as think about your dual nature. Think about your communicative qualities. And as we said just now, the Mercury's in Leo right now, which Mercury rules Gemini. And then actually it's funny that we got the Sun because this is like a little, if you were listening to what I was saying, the Sun right now in general is in Leo. So the Leo rules the Sun. That's like the Sun card. And then we got Gemini, which is Mercury. So it's like a backwards of what we're just saying. So I guess Spirit wants, or whatever guides want me to talk more about the relationship of communication and Sun. Maybe you're not communicating in a playful or creative way, and you're being called to do that. Maybe how you're channeling or expressing information verbally or in a written way right now is like really important to your overall wealth, creativity, and sense of playfulness in life. I just want to quickly read Gemini. Okay. Honey, come on. Your quick wit can illuminate the situation. So Geminis are known for their quick wit. They're good at like writing. They're good at math. They can be funny because they think quickly. It's a mercurial trait. It's funny. Illuminate. So whatever is going on in your life, you can bring light to a situation by being your witty self, being funny, having. You can find your power by being the lighthearted self in how you communicate. Gemini is a sign that feels they have the right to be lighthearted, but then, as we all know, it's a dualistic side. So that there's the light and dark, the yin and yang of that sign. It really just reflects the duality within all of us and with the human experience. Okay, observe. And lay a solid foundation. And the number 6, And the number 3, and set healthy boundaries. So, I feel like laying a solid foundation, and observe and boundaries, like you may be moving or you may be looking for a place to lay down roots, or thinking financially how you can lay a foundation. Maybe you're thinking about savings. Number 3, I always think about like the divine trinity, but also like a family, because there's 3 of us now, or a relationship. There's you, me, and the relationship, or just community. I also think of, and then we have the observe with 3 as well. So maybe instead of like just we were talking about before, the Aries energy being tempered by the Virgo state of mind that we have going on right now, maybe laying that foundation that you're looking, we have another 3 here actually, laying that foundation that you're looking to lay down has to do with slowing down and a little bit and looking around. Observe, like Virgos are observers. They're great. They can read a room because they're like the OCD ones of the sign of this astrology. I would say, if you've ever been criticized by a Virgo, you'll right quick understand. But they do that to themselves too. They do that to their environment. But that is a skill. It's not like the criticality is like an art form for them. So if we can observe and take that Virgo idea into mind, we can lay the foundation that we are looking to lay by setting healthy boundaries. I don't know if that's making sense. I just want to double check one thing and talk about the number 6, because I feel like it's important. Because I'm going to give you what I think about the number 6, and then yeah, okay. So I was going to say number 6 is about, well, it's the Lovers card in tarot. So like we were talking about duality before with the Gemini that we got. And the Lovers is actually just the same card as the Devil. It's the same card. It's just the light version. So getting the number 6 here, something about laying that solid, loving family foundation has to do with having a critical eye and knowing that it's going to come. I know you're like impatient because the Aries energy, but slowing down, setting boundaries, and fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Okay, thank you so much. That's all I have for today.